You are now partaking of in-depth study biblical fact utilizing concordance, Strong's, Faiers, Lexicons, Hebrew, Greek. This is Understanding the Bible.
Understanding the Bible, Ron Saxon here. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Oh my goodness. The Facebook just went down. We'll try to get it going again. Something's going on. I just did an update. It's probably all kind of problems going on. All right, I'm going to jump back in with the Facebook. I'm going to end this. Get that one out.
No. Got to end it?
Yeah, get it for the Facebook. The YouTube is still going, I do believe. Okay. Yes, it is. There's some kind of issues going on today. And started over on the Facebook. Now the Facebook won't end. Isn't that crazy? So we'll have to close it and get another one going. A lot of issues today going on. All right. So we're going to talk about true, the definition. True, the definition. And we're going to look into it. Seeing truth, got plenty. Truth definitions. Christ is the truth. We're going to go with true. The truth is the G225. The G225 and I'm sorry, the G225. Yeah, we're going to do the G228 today. The G228 is the concordance number for our English word true to get it back to the original definition, the original language. So we'll take a look. Not really focus so much on the Hebrew because the Hebrew is before Christ established his covenant, which is everlasting, eternal, period. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So don't really focus too much on that. Thank you guys for stopping by, joining me. Please don't hesitate to like it, share it, follow. Totally up to you. No tithing, no seed sowing, no offering here. None of that. None of that at all. Just to let you know. Holding it down. Just to let you know. No products sold. Gift of God is free. Totally free. Something you got to know. You got to understand that. Has nothing to do with, I'm going to give some money, I'm going to offer and tithe. God's going to be pleased with me. No. I want you to offer yourself what he wants. He's seeking, craving you to worship in spirit and in truth. Okay, so let's jump right into let's go with true. English word, we're going to go reverse back to the Hebrew and the Greek. See what we can get done. True. Okay, I'm just going to start opening up the concordance numbers. We've got the H first. That's the Hebrew because that's where we are starting first. And we'll look at those outlines in Hebrew.
I didn't realize you were doing the Hebrew also.
Yeah, just go in there, just take a look. You know, some people, how come you don't go into the Hebrew? Because a lot of people are stuck in the Old Testament. They're stuck there. They can't get into the new. They can't understand it. It's too, I don't know, symbolic, symbolism, and all of it. I can't really get at it,
It's,
blah, blah, blah,
because
blah.
it's spiritual.
You know,
It's the new covenant.
So how come you don't talk about that? Well, you know, you can always dig into your Hebrew there, G227. Wonder what that. I looked at there. It is G228 right there. And I think that may be it for the Greek 227 and 228. Good deal. Got it. So it's gonna run through, man. See what true means in the Greek. Now the real definitions, the real stuff, the real deal. But as God is true. That's the G4103 and G3754. Wow. There's two
you
more
found
there.
some more.
I did. 1103. Yep. Take a look at them real quick. 4103. I do believe this is getting thick. Yep, 4103. 228. Did I do 228? Yep, got 228. All right.
Yep.
All right. And I think that may do it. That may do it. Yep, that's going to do it. Let's go to the Hebrew. Let's get it. Post up your comments. Post them up, comments, questions, things of that nature. Please don't spam. Try not to get off topic, please. I'm not talking about any other topics, just this one. Please, let's keep it going. Incline your ear to the study. It's live study. This is not a sermon. Here we go.
Strong's H3651. Kamath. Second entry. Cain.
That is the Hebrew word that we translate into truth. So, which is we translated as so, thus, like, manner, well, such thing, howbeit, state, after that, following, after this, therefore, wherefore, surely. All right, so we've got those here showing up in the outline biblical usage from the Gesenius Hebrew Lexicon. Right here. Just so, thus so, therefore so, as paired with adverb. Okay, then for as much as in phrase, all right, with preposition. Therefore, this being so, all right, specific, hitherto, therefore on this ground, general, afterwards, in such case. All right. Right, just, honest, true, veritable. Right, just, honest, correct, true, veritable, true, right, correct. In assent, I should say. In assent. Okay. All right, here's the next one.
Strong's H571. Emeth.
Truth, true, truly, right, faithfully, assured, assuredly, establishment, faithful, sure, verity. That is how we translate it. Firmness, faithfulness, truth, sureness, reliability, stability, continuance, faithfulness, reliableness, truth, as spoken of testimony and judgment, of divine instruction, truth as a body of ethical or religious knowledge, true doctrine. All right. In truth, truly. All right. The next one.
Strong's H551. Omnam.
Continuing in the Hebrew, truth. We translate it as truth, indeed, true, no doubt, surely, indeed, in our language. Okay. Outline is verily, truly, surely. All right. That's it. The Hebrew there. We got some more.
Strong's H571. Emeth.
That's another word that we translate into our English as true. True. All right. Truth. True. Truly. Right. Faithfully. Assured. Assuredly. Establishment. Faithful. Sure. Verity. Firmness. Faithfulness. Truth. sureness, reliability, stability, continuance, faithfulness, reliableness, truth, as spoken, of testimony and judgment, of divine instruction, truth as a body of ethical, or I think we just did this one. Yeah, I think I may have opened up one too many, the same one, 571, H571. Here's the next one.
Strong's H 6656. Tzedah. Tzedah.
It's Aramaic. Yeah. Early form of Hebrew there. Purpose. Purpose. True. That's it. We translated it as true, but that's it. That's all you got for this outline there. All right. Let's go to the next one. H3330.
Strong's H 3330. Yetziv. Yetziv.
More Aramaic. There's more. All right. True, truth, certainty, certain. The truth, surely, reliability, truly, reliable, true, certain, sure. Okay, there you go. There you go. And here's, that's the same one, I think. I think I may open that twice. I sure did. Okay. Good deal. Let's keep it moving. Next is the Greek.
Strong's G 227. Alethes. Alethes.
Yeah. Wow. Good deal. Greek. True, truly, truth. We translated it as true. The loving the truth. Speaking the truth. Truthfully. And concordance basically is the same deal. It is not true as not concealing. That kind of thing there. Okay. True. Not hidden. Look at this. Literally not hidden. Unconcealed. That's what we need the Spirit to do in us with Him. Unconceal. That's right. Get it. If you don't want to study, now listen, this is not a sermon. I'm not going to be leading you. I'm going to show it to you. This is true study. This is what we do. Straight up. I'm not going to be sermonizing you. All right? We even get into that being conditioned into sermons. Yes, just speak to me and tell me what's going on. Okay, it's on you now. If you told me wrong, it's on you. It's not on me. No, it's going to be on you because you didn't want to study to show thyself approved. What is that true and acceptable, perfect will of God? I think I may have added some words in there, but I'm just trying to, repeat what I remember. Anyway, true. Let's see here. An actual occurrence opposed to this Greek term. All right, an actual occurrence. Let's see. Grace, which can be trusted, influence upon our soul. I'm hopefully that can be trusted. There it is. Loving the truth, speaking the truth, truthful. Okay. Do you love it? Yeah. Okay. Do you love the distractions, the posts, the comments, the videos of people that are sending stuff out and you're just going to click it? I've been there too. I'm not dogging anybody. Okay. Because that's what happens. Click this, listen to this, hear this. Look, this is what's going on. Something's going on strange in the world. You click it. And something's been going on strange ever since sin entered the world, okay? Period. That's really the real deal. Rest in Him. Equivalent to this Greek term, where this Greek term is contrasted with this Greek term. Okay, good deal. On the distinction between this word and the next, okay? You got plenty of scriptures in there. You got like scriptures 3-4. If for God forbid, yea, let God be true, yes, but every man a liar. Yes, Father, I'm a liar. As it is written that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Okay, you might get off. In other words, okay, when I'm trying you might get off. John 4:18. For thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou hast is not thy husband. In that saidst thou truly. That's Jesus talking to the woman at the well, just to give you an idea. I got 277 up there twice, so we're going to the 288. 228.
Strong's G 228. Alethinas.
Okay. Here it is. Alethinas. True is what we say. Now listen, take a look now. That which has not only the name and resemblance, but the real nature corresponding to the name in every respect corresponding to the idea signified by the name. Real, true, genuine. Subdefinitions: opposite of what is fictitious, counterfeit, imaginary, simulated, or pretended. Imaginary. Pretended. That's what we do in our minds, and we start acting out our imaginations. We start pretending. In contrast, realities with their semblances. Okay, in contrasts. All right, opposite to what is imperfect, defective, frail, uncertain. Yeah, God is certain. Man is not. True, veracious, sincere. Okay. Strong's basically says, the Strong's Concordant, truthful, true. King James, we got to look at some stuff in here. Some good stuff in here, I think. Let's see. 23 times in John's writings, only 5 according to Lackman, 6 times in the rest of the New Testament. And frequent secular writings, okay? That which has not only the name and semblance, but the real nature corresponding to the name. All right, this is particularly applied to express that which is all that it pretends to be. For instance, pure gold as opposed to adulterated metal, which is fake, fool's gold. They made it and it's fake. But real is real. Real gold is real gold, right? All right. In every aspect corresponding to the idea signified by thy name. Real and true, genuine. Opposed to what is fictitious. All right, here we go. This is 2 Chronicles 15:3. Now for a long season Israel hath been without the true God. 2 Chronicles. And without a teaching priest. And without law. This is a study.
Oh, wow. They had a season without law?
They sure did. Had a whole season without the true God. Order. Yeah. Here it is. For they themselves, this is 1 Thessalonians 1:9. For they themselves show of us what manner of entering in we had unto you, and how you turned to God from idols to serve the living and true God. Are you serving today? Are you serving? Let's see. How much more shall the blood of Christ, this is Hebrews 9:14, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to God, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living God. This is the G228. Where is that? I'm looking for it, and it's not even in that passage. I don't know why it's there. Let's see, probably because you're the false gods or whatever have you. Opposed to what is fictitious, the false gods, you serve the true God now. John 17:3, 1 John 5:20, those are there. Also take a look at them, Philippians 3. In contrast, realities with their semblances. All right. The sanctuary. All right. Contrasted with this Greek term here. All right. Opposed to what is imperfect, defective, frail, uncertain. John 4:23, which we just looked at, 37. John 7:8. Used without adjunct of Jesus as the Messiah. Wait a minute. Used without adjunct of Jesus the Messiah. Revelations 3:7. And to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, these things saith he that is holy, he that is true. See that? He that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth and no man shutteth, and shutteth and no man openeth. That is the true God, the true Jesus Christ, the begotten Son. Revelation 7:3. I'm saying 3:7. Revelations 3:7. 1 John 1:9, 1 John 2:8, John 8, Isaiah 59. What you got, Elena? You want to say something? What you got?
I was going to say that word adjunct lets you know that no one else can speak on the behalf of the true.
Yeah, there is nothing else. There's no one else. That's right.
Yeah, there's no adjunct between
there's nothing,
the true Messiah, which is Jesus.
He is. Begotten Son in human flesh. Get it and go. Get it and go. Let's see. As nourishing, this is the one I like. This is the one here. This is the one I like. as nourishing the soul unto life everlasting.
Everlasting.
John 6:32. I like that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven. Oh, we're going to hang our stuff on a man, on Moses. He did this. He did that. Well, he didn't give you the true bread. Anyway.
That's a good point.
Yes, that's what he's saying. I am the true vine. John 15:1. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Father's in this too now. The Father, God
that's
the
something
Father.
to bring out, because Moses did not give Israel manna.
That's right.
It did not come from Moses.
It didn't come from Moses.
So that's good.
Yeah, the Father gave the true bread. There you go. So you got some other ones there. John 19, Revelation 3:14, Revelation 6:10, 5:13, 3:14, 19:11. All in Revelation. Substantively, this Greek term.
Just for mine.
The genuine, real, good, opposed to external riches, it says. Opposed to external riches. The real riches. The ones that are opposed to the, external riches.
Yeah, that's what the church preach on today a lot.
Yeah. The now stuff. Run to God so he can give you all these treasures and all this stuff that you want. Dreams fulfilled, destinies, dreams, hopes, imaginations. You can do anything and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but this is the genuine and real good, opposed to external. This is Luke 16:11. Right here it says, if therefore ye have not been faithful if therefore ye have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust the true riches? They ain't gonna trust you with their stuff. Why is God gonna trust you with his? In other words, the true riches. That's what he wants to know. Unrighteous mammon, that's man, that's you and me. If you have not been faithful in the unrighteous, who will commit to your trust the true righteous? The true riches. Who? Who will do it? That's the genuine, real, good, exposed to eternal riches, the false good. Yeah. You got something on that, Helena? I take it not.
Just to make a comment, we hear a lot about, God wants to bless you with, everything from money to property, cars, whatever.
Yeah.
This will all be included in external riches there.
Okay.
So this is like proof for me, biblically or just, scripturally, that is not the purpose. We've been saying it all along, really, but this is not the purpose to go and listen to a message that makes you pumped up to believe that God wants to bless you. Not saying that he can't add it on to you, but what I'm saying is this is not the purpose, that he wants to make you rich.
That's
so
right.
That was just my point to bring this definition out. My first time really seeing it there.
Right. Well, you need that new true good, the real riches, the real one, the real stuff. Let's see, equivalent to this Greek term, true, very veracious, sincere. Often so in the Septuagint, this Greek term here. That's Hebrews 10:22. Let's see what it says. Why not? Let us draw near with a true heart in full assurance of faith. With a true heart now. Full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Okay? Just to give you an idea. All right, just to let you know, that looks like that's about it. Some more scriptures in there. Let's go to 4103. Let's see if that's some true. Pistis.
Strong's
Pistis, that's
G,
faith.
4103. Pistos.
Faithful, believe, believing, true, faithfully, believer, sure. Trusty, faithful, a persons who show themselves faithful in the transaction of business, the execution of commands, or the discharge of official duties. One who kept his plighted faith worthy of trust, that can be relied on, easily persuaded, believing, confiding, trusting. In the New Testament, one who trusts in God's promises, one who is convicted that Jesus has been, these are the sub-definition of God's promises now, okay? All right, one who is convinced that Jesus has been raised from the dead, one who has become convinced that Jesus is the Messiah and the author of salvation. People don't believe that. They keep thinking salvation is based on your works. It's not that your works are not the author, is not the author of salvation. He is. You understand? And with him, you will have salvation. He is the salvation. You got to understand that. You can lose your salvation. How? Because you went and sinned. The works are not the author of my salvation. Yeah, you see? You got it? Okay. Let's see here. Okay, we saw that. Of God abiding by his promises. One who kept plighted faith. Okay, there's got to be some little bit more in here. All right. Trusting God's promises. Convinced that he's raised from the dead. Okay, he's the author of salvation. And he's convinced of that. He will not be moved. With the addition of this Greek term dated to the person in whom faith or trust is reposed. Look at that. With the addition of this Greek term, dative of the person in whom faith or trust is reposed. You got it? And that's really going to be it. Colossians 1:2. For all these scriptures are there. This is blueletterbible.org. You just go there, set up your account, and click the Strong's box numbers, and you will be able to see the definitions in the Greek and the Hebrew. You got to know it. Got to know it. You got to use it. This is what ministers use in order to create their sermons. We're doing what they do before that. We're seeing the true definitions. The true definitions. How come they haven't told you? Well, maybe that's a little sign for you to let you know.
Strong's G, 3754, Hati. Hati.
Now the 3104 and the 3754, they were all together. They were both together. So let's see what this could be. It's a conjunction. All right. I do believe. But let's see. That for because, how. That's really what that is. That could because since. Okay. So let's go to 1103.
Strong's G, 1103, Nasios. Nasios.
All right. Post your comments, statements. Post them up. No spam. Just post it up. It says own, sincerely, true. Own, sincerely, true. Legitimately born, not spurious. True, genuine, sincere. Legitimate of birth, that's the concordance there. That's not the lexicon. This is the outline of the lexicon here. All right. Faiers Lexicon is where we are. It's the most vast Greek lexicon I could find. It says legitimately born, not spurious, genuine, true, sincere. Equivalent to this Greek term, the sincerity. You got 1 Timothy 1. You got Titus 1. And you have Philippians 4:3 and 2 Corinthians 8. You can study those out on your own. We got to 4103 already. Okay, we already did that one. So there you go. So true. What is true? There you go. You've got it in there. So you got to know. And oh man, I just want to do some more on Church of Philadelphia for some reason. I have no idea why. I just want to give you the definition, the true ancient definition of true, the word true, to get the Greek and Hebrew so you can see what they meant in the languages. This is what we do because the Bible is not originally written in English. You must understand that it is not the original scripture. Now, if you don't believe me and you trust your pastor, all you have to do is go and ask him, is the Bible originally written in English? And he will tell you and should tell you. If he doesn't, he's lying. Simply and plainly, no, it is not. That's simple and plain. It's Hebrew and Greek. That's the original languages of the original scriptures, and that's just something you got to know. So in order for you to get the true definitions and what it really means, you need to study with the Hebrew and Greek lexicons. Get them. They're online today. You got the Brown Drivers Briggs. There's Gesenius Hebrews out there, Gesenius Hebrew lexicons out there. Then you have the Faiers Greek lexicon, the most vast lexicon that I could find, the largest one. So get it, use it, get you a Strong's exhaustive concordance to give you the concordance numbers so that you can find the words in the lexicons. They're coded with those numbers. You know, like the G228, they're coded. So that's what you need to do. Definitely. Any comments, questions? I want to thank Tamara, Nicole, Cuddles on the Facebook for stopping by. I don't see anybody. Well, I see someone's watching the YouTube. It'd be nice if you post up a comment. I can't see who you are, but I don't believe. But yeah, definitely post it up. I want to say hello to you. I want you to know there's no tithing, no seed sowing, no products sold here, nothing, none of that nature, because the gospel of God is free. The gift of God is totally free. His son, begotten son, free. Salvation is free. That it's totally free. There's no money involved. You don't pay anything for it. You don't pay it for it at all. So there is none of that. There's no tying your money tying. Believe me, this is true. True definition. This is true. There is no form of giving currency to get God to be happy with you. You cannot purchase his happiness. The only way you can get it is that you submit yourself to his will, that you are to receive his spirit, and you will not stop coming to him, praying to him, and making your request known for the one thing that he's interested in, which is you receiving his spirit. Because if you do that, he will begin to do the work in you. It is not by your works. It is by his work in you. He cannot work in you unless you receive his spirit. And that work is a work that he is working in his son, forming him, revealing his son in you. He is spirit, always has been, he always will be. His son is the begotten son spirit that is inside of human flesh as we know as Jesus Christ. He wants to work and reveal his son in you. Tons of studies on it. I got over 860 on the YouTube. There's plenty of them there. What you got?
I noticed something in the Hebrew words of true with that one example you gave. Now, they were without a true God, so I noticed that true for them was the God, their God. Okay, so in the New Covenant, we have a verse that says, let God be true,
what is the
and every
verse?
man a liar.
Romans. What is it? You got to give it to me. What is it so I can put it on the screen?
Oh, it's just in my mind.
Oh.
That God be
Romans.
true and every man a liar. I mean, we study so much, it's just in there.
Yeah. It's Romans 3:4. It's Romans 3:4.
Okay. Now, see, from there, what I'm thinking is that the only thing that is true is God.
Yes,
so
I agree.
When you went over to Hebrew, then God just gave me, let God be true and every man a liar. So nothing, he's the only thing that's true. Apart from him, nothing is true.
Right. I agree.
Okay.
Apart from him, he is the truth. Hey, Tamara. Yes. Tamara says, are you on weekly? I am on. Yes, I'm on. I could be on at any time. I mean, I could be on 3-4 times a week. You know, you could follow my page. If you want to follow it, it'll tell you when I'm on. I'll try to tag you if you want. Let me know if that's what you want. I can try to tag you, Tamara, every time I'm on or do something. I also have a YouTube, which is Understanding the Bible Radio, and we've got over 860 studies on there right now. Free. All free. There's no ads on the YouTube as of yet now. Nobody's watching them that much. So, yeah. And on all of the videos that's on my current YouTube, and then on the Facebook Understand the Bible Radio, I have a link. There's a YouTube section on the left. If you click the YouTube section on the Facebook, it will give you every study on the YouTube. It'll just come up and pop it up. You'll see it. So yeah, I'm on weekly, every other day. If you want me to look into something, I'll look into it, show it right on screen. We use the Greek Hebrew. This is blueletterbible.org that we use. We'll show it to you. Question anything you want, whether you want to post it on the study or you want to send me a message. Either way, I'll get on and I'll get to it. I will let you know. This is free, live, unadulterated study. This is not nothing. This is straight study. Okay, this is what we do before the sermon is prepared. When I went to a Bible ministry classes at a church, and they said that they study for 8 hours total for one sermon. And when they said that, I was shocked, because these guys study for 8 hours to get up on the sermon on the pulpit and talk to me for about 45 minutes talking, okay, about what they're saying. Now, when they do that, oh, we got the corona question. Oh my God. When they do that and they do their sermon, if you don't study, it happened to me, I was in that too, you follow whatever that guy says or make you feel good about. But after I started studying, I started to realize they were lying to me. Okay? That Bible, what you're telling me about, is pushing me into wanting God to do something external with me. Give me a better this. Give me my, my goods, my dreams, my hopes fulfilled, all that stuff, everything I imagined, businesses, all that. And that's not what he's about at all. After studying, I find out it's not what he's about. If he adds that to me, fine. If he doesn't, fine. He's given me his son, formed in me. Let's see. She says, how do you feel about people putting their trust in wearing masks? Well, if you got a virus that's airborne going around, and then you got people talking and coughing and whatever and spreading it out, what do you think you should do? You think you should wear a mask? Or do you think no, I'll just walk around. I've got the power of God. There are religious, there are religious men that have religious figures. I just did a study on it the other day. It's on my Facebook. They've gotten coronavirus.
I think it's hard for people to realize. I mean, this is not. We're talking spiritual here. What's going on out there is not spiritual. You can't mix flesh and spirit. This is something that has to be done because you live in the world. You're not a part of the world, hopefully, but you still live in the world. But
right.
The thing is, I mean, if you need to wear a mask, wear a mask. I don't want to catch the coronavirus.
Yeah, me neither. It's a virus. I mean, have you ever gotten a cold or a flu? You know what I mean? So the coronavirus is, if you look at the coronavirus and compare it to pandemics of the past, this coronavirus is it's got nothing to do with the
it's
flu.
Very contagious.
In America, 17,000 people die of the flu every year in America. Did you know that? That's the average. So if the flu kills 17,000 in America every year, why in the world have they not made that a pandemic? And I mean 17,000 in the U.S. Why? We're not concerned with that. We go to work. We don't wear masks. We don't sanitize every day, every second. You know, I mean, coronavirus, it's a big fear tactic. There are some people dying from it. I'm sure there is. Those deaths are real. People are putting it on Facebook. I know people that have family that has gotten the coronavirus and they've recovered. They went into the hospital and everything on the respirator. So it's a real virus.
This one specifically attacks the respiratory. That's why it's so deadly. It's contagious, but it attacks.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not somebody that has corona. I'm not gonna go and sit and just talk with them and like nothing's wrong. Now, unless the Lord tells me go talk to them. Now, if He tells me to go talk to them, He's going to protect me and wants me to say something to them. He wants me to relay something. They need something from me. So, unless He tells me, He gives me the impulse, go talk to them, go say something.
Right.
Then I'll go because I know He's got to have me protected from it. because he doesn't want me to get sick and die from it. He wants me to go talk to someone that has it. Something in me that he's placed, he wants me to tell them the true purpose or something. I'm not sure. So she says, so they should wear masks. Be careful. This is just, we're human beings. We do get colds, flus, sicknesses. People get sick, old and weary. People getting cancer, and they know how to cure cancer. That's my opinion. They know how to cure it, but they're not doing it. It's too much money involved in it. Let's see. I cannot take a believer seriously or myself with a mask on. That's fine. Well, I'm not wearing a mask right now because I'm at home and I'm on a microphone. So I'm at home. So I don't know. I mean, what is a believer supposed to believe in? That when they get Christ, they're never supposed to get sick? I mean, I don't understand that. That doesn't even make sense.
That
Paul
comment,
was sick.
a believer is inward. Like, he's saying, John, you know them by their fruits. It really don't matter what a person thinks. Know them by their fruits.
Yeah, make sure you're clear on that.
I'm right up to the microphone.
Okay, good. So Paul was sick. Paul got sick. Paul had infirmities, which is sickness, frailness of body, weakness. He had that while he was filled with the Holy Spirit and being the minister, being a servant to Christ, speaking to Gentiles, going throughout, doing. And a believer is a believer in the Christ as being the author of salvation for them. Yes. Believing that he should be revealed in them, he will manifest himself to. That's what a believer is. See, this is not magic. See, we've been indoctrinated into magic in the church. And we got these preachers. God is bigger than the coronavirus. He is bigger. He always has been bigger. God was here first before any other virus or sickness was here. So, of course he is. But that doesn't mean your immune system is strong enough to fight it if you get it. Evidently, because, Pastor, you died from it. There's a famous pastor that died. Now, he was preaching God, people calling him a man of God, decades before he got the coronavirus and died. Just recently, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago? So, there's a Jewish Israeli rabbi, Yaakov, I want to say, is how you pronounce it. He is right next to Netanyahu in their government system. He put out and said, I think it's on my coronavirus study, did God send the coronavirus? He said that God sent the coronavirus for the LBGT, gay homosexual community, to punish them. Guess what? He turned around and got corona, and his wife got coronavirus, and they have published it. So tell me, what does that mean? Who's lying? Is God lying or is he lying? Because he's saying God sent it. I say God didn't send it. That's what I say. So God is not. God is not. So he's a Hebrew Israeli rabbi. Think about that. He's supposed to be up under God, right? Why did he get the virus? He's one claiming that God sent it. So who lying? I say he lying, because this is attacking heterosexual and homosexual alternative lifestyles, whatever have you. It's attacking people, is what it does. No one said anything about the swine flu. Everybody forgot about that, right? What about AIDS, HIV? No one's saying anything about that anymore. But it was the sign of the end when AIDS hit. AIDS hit the world. Think about it. Let's see. She says, I think they will get tired of the mask. Then the vaccine will be ready. We are not to cling to this life. That's right. Fear God, worship God. Yeah, fear, respect, reverence. He wants you to come to him based on his love. That's what he wants. He doesn't want you to.
The focus should be Christ, not people.
He don't want you to come to him based on his wrath. Because we are. If you're a true believer, you're not appointed to his wrath. Now, you can be appointed to wrath of man, Antichrist wrath. You could be, but not to his. You see, that's the thing, not to his. And believe me, God hadn't sent this plague and all that because he's angry. Because Christ took all of his anger and wrath when he died for your and my sin, the imperfectness, unrighteousness of the world. But they are not accepting him to do that, so they're still trying to establish their own. It's his righteousness, not mine. And so the Father is appeased. He's the propitiation to the Father for our sin and the sin of the whole world, that they're not accepting it. So the Father says, fine, good. Now, all those that don't accept what you've done, son, Then later on, I'm going to take care of business. They are going to feel my wrath. True believers are not appointed to God's wrath. Okay, she's lighting it up, man. She is lighting it up. Thanks, Miss Cuddles. Appreciate it. Let's see. She says, if I start speaking to someone about the Almighty and I am speaking through a mask, that's okay. They like, I don't want you to speak to me in case you got corona and you give me your corona. Use your mask, girl. Use your mask. You still speaking Christ. What's the mask got to do with this? Mask ain't stopping nothing anyway. If I worked in a hospital, I would cover up. I'm sure they're trying to. They're doing their best. There's still some doubt about what I am to do, my part. So I mask up in a hospital. If I were in a hospital, that's fine. Mask up. Everyone wants to go to heaven, but everyone wants to go to heaven. This is not our eternal body. That's true. I want to go to heaven. You know what he said to me not too long? He said to me, you know what? Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. How in the world are they going to get
get out of this body, this wretched body of flesh.
How you going to get here? How else? You know, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. This is not our external. That's true. She said that guy passed blame. I think maybe she's talking about that preacher. I am not blaming anyone. I hear you. I do. I know how it got out there because I was working at work and a customer told me when it first surfaced in the news in America, before the quarantine and all that, he told me exactly how and where it came from. And I was like this. Miss Cuddles, I was going, whatever. This guy don't know what he's talking about. He don't know what he's talking about. And then after the quarantine and all that, and Discovery Channel came out. Discovery Channel has a on-demand a show about the corona called Pandemic. It's on the Discovery Channel. If you can access on demand in your cable provider and you have it, and you have Discovery Channel, you can see it. It's called Pandemic. Go search it out and look at it. You'll find out exactly how. I'm not going to say here, but you will. And Fox News and the CNN, they're reporting slowly a little bit of how it came out, but they don't. They did release it and say it, but they don't focus on it. They stop focusing on it. Then they say, "Oh, we're blaming China for holding back." They just go to something else. But they have mentioned it in the last week or so, okay? But they don't want to tell you how and why. Let's see. But people need to know more. Concerned about praying to God before each activity, then grabbing mask. Well, the mask is just to keep you protected from coronavirus. Okay, that's all it is. It's nothing else. And listen, they're not worried about cancer. They're not worried about H1N. They're not worried about the flu. You know, I mean, the flu is killing 17,000 a year. Coronavirus deaths still have not toppled flu in its total death. The total death numbers in America since the flu has been killing people. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're wasting. It's a fear. We're just, the coronavirus, the fear machine. We're just all about the fear now. Okay. We're just all about, if the corona wasn't here, you still don't want people speaking real loud and breathing all on you and spraying on you, spraying from their mouth on you, do you? No. So you keep a, practical distance, and you don't do that to other people, I'm sure. This is a fear tactic here. All right? If you're a believer and you get corona and pass, believe me, he allowed it. You're his. If you don't have his spirit, you're none of his. If you do have his spirit, you get corona and pass away, he allowed it. He's in control. He is in control of them that have his spirit. He's the one that has them. He knows what's going on with them because they belong to him. Okay? So, everything we have, let's see. Yeah, but praying to God. See, here we go with the, let's pray to God and so he can heal our land. God's not concerned with you getting your land healed. He's concerned with you receiving. Did not Jesus say the Father seeks those that will worship in spirit and in truth? That's what Jesus told the woman. Listen, he's seeking those that want his spirit. okay, and worshiping in spirit and truth. Because a plague comes on the land, everybody want to do what the Hebrews did. They weren't even Christians. Christ hadn't even came yet. Okay? When Christ comes and says, listen, the Father's looking for those that worship in spirit and in truth. Oh, no, let's go back to this. Let's go back to praying and humbling ourselves and praying to God so he can heal our land. Jesus is probably sitting there shaking his head. My God, Father, I'm trying so hard. I'm trying. I don't know what am I going to do. These people do not have the ears to hear. They're not hearing what I'm saying. You understand?
But I mean, the thing is, you can pray all day long or just pray when something bad happens. It's still defeating the purpose. I mean, he says in Romans, if you don't have his spirit, you're none of his.
Yeah.
You're none of his. So, I mean, first of all, you have to be his. You have to be saved. You have to have the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Then all of this wouldn't seem confusing because you can go to work with a mask on and meditate and contemplate on God and think about him. You can be right there with him.
Do the law.
You're not concerned about all this stuff going on.
Right. I already saw about the people. The people created. No, people did not create it. That's why you need to go watch it. I'm telling you, there was someone on my phone at my job weeks before they start talking about it here in America. When it was released about what was going on in China, it hadn't hit America yet. This guy told me on the phone, and I didn't believe him until I saw the pandemic on Discovery Channel. And when they showed it to me, I said, that's what that customer told me. It's the same thing he told me. It's not, no, man didn't create it. It's not man created. If it was, it would have done more damage. Not to mention, did you know that there are 7 strands of coronavirus and it's been around since we discovered it? It's been around before we discovered it, 1960s. In the 1960s, we've discovered the first, which we labeled the first strain of corona. Okay? You got to do your research. I did my research on it. You got to do it. You got to see it. You won't believe it.
This is the second study we done covered corona.
Yeah, I mean, people, everybody's preoccupied with this virus. You know, they're preoccupied. Nobody's telling you, hey, there's more than.
Goodness gracious.
Best of my record.
Focused on Christ.
Yeah, nobody's worried about, hey, there's more strands. There's like more than 10 strands of HIV. Nobody's concerned with that. No. Nobody's concerned with heart disease. What's going on with the food and all that kind of stuff. No, corona. Anyway, they're worried about uncertainty. People need to forget about corona. Yes, let's forget about it right now. How about that? We all have the appointed time to pass. I did say heal our land. He will be done. I'm not sure what that means.
That's an old covenant. That's in 2 Chronicles 7:14.
Oh, she said,
if you pray, I will heal your land. That's old covenant.
But still, people turn to God and pray that coronavirus goes away. Listen, what? You know, that's not gonna. The praying is not gonna stop corona. You know what? As believers, we still don't even understand what Jesus says when he talks about how things are going to get worse as time goes on. It's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. Yeah, you can do all the praying in the world you want. It's not going to get better. You can do fast.
But the thing is, when you have the Spirit, you have anointing. You have a peace in you. You're not running around here afraid, trying to pray just because something happens.
It's going to get worse.
It's inward.
It's going to get worse. Okay, he told us this.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to get worse. Just get ready because it's going to get worse. Yeah. The Heal Our Land deal, I got you there. We are created to commune with him. Yes, that's right. You know what? That's right. That's exactly right. To have his son in us, in our soul. That's communion. That's the communion.
Communion, yes.
That's what he wants. That is the marriage. That's it.
Intimacy.
That's it. Yes, ma'am. I agree fully. Man, I thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hope to see you soon. Let me know if it's something you want me to study. I'll bring it up. Let's get into some things of Christ, okay? I'll definitely bring it up. Please, let me know. It's so nice talking to you. Definitely, please let me know. Yeah. And just crave him, long for more of him revealed in you. That's what you do. More of him revealed in you. Father, give me more of your knowledge, your faith. I can live by. We're supposed to be living by the faith of the Son of God, not swayed by anything that's going on in the world. We're supposed to live by his faith. We just did a study also on the rapture. Yeah, we just found out, I think, definition truth about rapture for the church that holds on to his words. Nothing else but his words. Okay, basically, that he's going to save them from the hour of temptation that's going to come upon all the world. That's the Church of Philadelphia. They held on to his words, his doctrine. Okay, so take a look at it. It's there. All right, it's on my wall, and it's uncovering the rapture. Okay, and I uncovered it in a study last week. I did, and I said I got to do this. It looks like it's invisible. Him returning invisible return for his believers. But in the Bible, he only really discusses when he comes back and the whole world will see him. So that's two different arrivals. I mean, two different returns. One of them is invisible. The other one is visible. And we are part of the invisible return. And that's before the great tribulation upon all the world. Okay? He's just going to come get us up out of here. But I showed it to you on screen on that. So take a look at it. Thanks, Miss Cuddles. Hope to see you soon. I'm getting out of here, man. I may come back a little bit later with another study. Let me know if you guys want me to study something, man. I'll take a look at it. I'll bring it up on screen, and you can post up, talk about it if you want to jump on and be a part of the study, man. I welcome any and everybody. As long as we're talking about Christ now, let's not jump off into other stuff of what man is saying, what's going on. Let's not get in all of that. Let's talk about Christ. Let's get a focus on him. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking to do. All right. So I thank you. Hopefully like it, share it. Totally. If so, totally up to you. If you want to, it's free. No tithing, no seed sowing, no products sold. Everything here is free. I want to thank you for joining.
Please allow us to extend our deepest thanks, our humblest appreciation, our greatest gratitude for your fellowship here with us, sharing the letter of the gospel, the ancient definitions of Scripture. This is Understanding the Bible.